Hello, beautiful souls. So, what is going on with these plasma light beings? Is it AI or is it consciousness? Another form of consciousness? Yes, it's both. There's obviously a lot of AI going on at the moment, but there are also because the frequencies have been shifting on Earth, because we have been unraveling and unveiling and unwrapping and unfolding, we have been awakening to who we truly are. What's happening is kind of every generation again and again has kind of been raising the consciousness. I know some days it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like people are raising their consciousness. It doesn't feel like humans are evolving, but we are. In the background, we are. So what is happening is we were in a really low. It's not a low frequency when it, in terms of the universe, there kind of isn't a high or a low. You can just think of it as different radio stations, and people just tune into what they prefer. So it's a frequency, a radio station frequency. One isn't literally higher than the other. We're just kind of tuning in to, the different frequencies. So we have been tuning into a more, it's kind of like what happens as consciousness. So we branch off from the highest point of consciousness, from the pure, unconditional love of source energy. And then we shift our consciousness into what we would call lower frequencies, meaning it's more like it's more kind of a limitation and a lack, and we're in this realm of forgetfulness, of amnesia as well. So what happens is we start to we energy, which is vibrating, which creates a frequency. So it's kind of like we've dropped our frequency, which means that we're vibrating slower. So we're kind of going, in slow motion, which means it takes longer to manifest and do things. Whereas the higher realms are kind of more sped up. So they're oscillating, they're vibrating a lot faster. So they're like, nyum, 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 nyum. So it looks like, so they're like manifesting so quickly because they're sped up. So we've taken this fun opportunity to slow down, which creates a denser energy to kind of get through. Some people would argue that it's not denser, whereas, like in the higher realms, sometimes the body feels more real, more dense, more than what it is here. But what I'm meaning is it's just like it's a heavier, slower energy in this earthly kind of construct. So what's happening is we have been speeding up our frequency. Generation after generation, it kind of opens their consciousness a little bit more, becomes a little bit more aware, questions a bit more about who they truly are. And then every generation kind of goes a bit faster and faster. So they oscillate faster, the frequency oscillates faster. So we're kind of speeding up more, like a hummingbird's wings. We're not realizing that we are speeding up, that we are going faster. So what's happening is because we are speeding up our energy, our vibration, our resonant frequency, our bandwidth is expanding. So we're opening up to the wider kind of awareness of higher beings of light, of other realms. We're starting to see more, perceive more, because for a long time we were only seeing this tiny little percentage. You know how dogs and cats can see different things. They can see more, smell more, sense more. Well, this is what's happening to us now. We're starting to see more. Our senses are shifting. So we're perceiving other realms and other beings. And other beings are able to meet with us more now because we are at that vibrational frequency where we're just oscillating so much faster. So they're kind of coming in, and they're communicating with us. They're trying to communicate with us. They're trying to support us. They're sending unconditional love. They're helping raise our frequency more and more. So I've been seeing these plasma beings for quite a while now. They just look like this string of energy, kind of like you can see these, like it's like orbs all together in one big long orb. And it's kind of like a collective consciousness. So it's like a unified group of beings. So it has individual beings within these plasma light beings as individuals, but they work as a group at the same time. So it's more like, I don't know, they're kind of showing me what's those, the group of people that will row in a boat, say in the Olympics or something. They're rowing. So there's like 10 of them in a boat and they're all rowing at the same time and they look like they're in sync. So they're individual. So they've all got their own individual bodies, their individual oars, everything. But they're rowing so perfectly together that they're a collective. So they become this collective consciousness, this more a unified group. So that's what these plasma beings are. That where a lot of people are seeing, and they're even being caught on camera now because the cameras, the frequencies of the technology now are more expanded as well. So now things going to be caught more and more on camera. So super exciting. So these beings, it's a good thing because they're bringing in like light codes and expanded awareness from higher realms. So with people that aren't awakened, they will start to feel more, sense more, see more, question more, which will help the whole of the collective awakening. And for those of you guys that are awakened, there'll be more expanded wisdom and knowledge and healing, light codes of information, more kind of solutions to problems that you might have. And because there's so many beings coming in, beings of light that are coming in, and they're kind of all around the earth reality. So they're getting into the spaces and the places that were more probably a little bit darker and the consciousness was kind of a lowered consciousness just because of the belief systems, because of the frequency waves that were being generated in those areas, and also negative things that have happened in areas, like in areas of wars, and like sometimes you'll feel like you'll see like haunted houses or those programs with prisons, old abandoned prisons, stuff like that. A lot of the energy has been quite negative. So these beings are kind of going around helping clear and raise the energy of those old systems, spaces, places. So so it's really exciting. So keep your eyes peeled for new energy that's coming in. I've noticed a lot of people have started to see auras around people, and just sometimes you'll just see like a white glow, or even a clear kind of glow around things now. As your consciousness expands, your visual perception will expand. It's more about your belief systems as well. If you don't believe it, then you're not really going to see as much stuff as you might normally see. You have to kind of start to believe to actually be able to see all of these new things that are coming in. So super exciting and crazy at the same time. So the plasma, the light beings, There are, there's different collectives that are coming in. You could call them celestial beings. There are a lot of galactic beings, star beings that are coming in too to support. There's a lot of different star families that, like a lot of people have incarnated in the Earth reality, so their star families are supporting and guiding them as well. So they will be around individuals. They kind of try and support and monitor frequencies as well. Like they want to really do what they can to help us, but they also aren't allowed to mess with our free will. So we really have to just kind of raise our frequency, allow more of this clarity to come through, rather than saying, oh, that's not true, or that's not real, or I just want to be human, I don't want to see any of this, I don't want to believe it, I just want to go hide in a hole, So once we start to really open up and allow and believe and receive, then we will start seeing more of these beings of light, plasma light coming in. Also, because we are evolving, we're awakening and ascending at the same time, our bodies are turning into more of a plasma being, a more crystalline being. So the plasma light beings are also, they're helping, but they're also interested as well. Like, how does this process happen? A lot of them have been through this. They might have incarnated in a reality realm that you have this really dense physical body, and then the body evolves, like we've seen the body evolve over time, and it's evolving again. So a lot of these plasma beings are interested in how does that physical body turn more into a plasma lighter. It's a lighter body. It's like a lighter, what we will call a higher frequency. It just means that the vibrations are moving faster. So when it's moving faster, it becomes lighter. It lets go of a lot of the denser energy. So yeah, a lot of these plasma beings are really interested in what is going on, at the same time as wanting to help and support us, because a lot of them that have been through this transition, they know it is a bit challenging, but for us, yeah, we're quite a special, unique crew as well, because the human has so many different pieces of DNA from other star systems. So there's many star families that are very interested in our DNA, in our evolution, in our ascension, in our expansion, in our awakening, because there is such a combination of different. Oh, they're just showing me there's just so much. There's like a combination of the plants that have been on, brought to the planet. There's the animals that have been brought to the planet. There's just like the DNA and cells and particles from so many different places within this reality. So we're just like really special, they're saying. We're very, very, very special, a special crew on Earth. And then, of course, we have to, we have all the other challenges that we have created and have been created for us in this Earth reality. So the combination of everything makes us pretty amazing. So, so plasma, keep an eye out for plasma light beings. I can't, I wish I could show you in my head. So it's just these kind of light, almost kind of, it looks like, say you're looking at a fluoro light. So there's those old kind of fluorescent lights. And sometimes you close your eyes and you'll still see the fluorescent light. That's kind of what they can look like sometimes. So you look at fluoro light, you close your eyes, and you can still see this glow and a squiggle or Yeah, something kind of happening. That's yeah, kind of what they can look like. So yeah, but now instead of closing your eyes, you can actually see them live, like with your eyes open now. So super exciting. So just have fun with it, flow with it, play with it, because we know each other as source energy, as that expanded consciousness, as all that is. Everybody knows everybody. All souls know each other. We've just forgotten. We've just limited ourselves. So yeah, it's time to start to awaken to all that is, and don't be overwhelmed, be excited, because there's so much love and support throughout the universe for us all. So yeah, thank you, sending love and good vibes your way. I am Jozee and you are the best. I will talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.